him off to UGA, not this Friday, but next Friday, so we're excited about that. And then, of course, Adam started decent, well, he's a junior this year. He's hate life today.
Yeah.
Back to the grind.
Did they go last year at all?
Yeah,
Okay.
second semester. That, you know, hardly anybody else did though.
Yeah.
Or at least it does
I'm doing this Friday week, and you?
you know, 5 or 6 kids.
Yeah.
He did virtual.
Who you are, young lady?
He just,
You?
it's just like, man, I just want to go back. I was like, okay, whatever. So, he does, Alec has one, he does like the dual enrollment, you know, he's
Yeah.
starting that this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
So he's not even gonna be there the whole time.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that is such a good program. Oh my gosh. You gotta take a stupid math class or English class or social studies when you get to college. It's basically the same thing as you get
Same,
in high
yeah.
school. And it's free.
Yeah.
And, well,
My children went to a school, they went to private colleges. My daughter just graduated. And my son is at Morehouse, so
Yeah.
they won't take the credit.
they won't.
They're
Right.
private, so,
Right. Morehouse is awesome though.
yeah, yeah.
I've closed several mortgage loans for Morehouse faculty over the last couple of years. Good stuff happening there.
Yeah, my daughter's at Stoneman's and she graduated, so
Cool.
yeah, she graduated this,
That's awesome.
yeah, she's working. I think I told you, she got a full-time position at Marcus.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
think they're paying for her to graduate school at UGA and ABA, so.
Okay. Where is their, it's downtown, right? The Marcus Institute, is that what you're talking about?
Marcus is right in Decatur. Right on Briarcliff.
God, why did I not know that? That's right.
It's
Because,
right across from,
yeah,
you work in Decatur, right? Are you familiar with
occasionally
Briarcliff?
now, but yeah.
Yeah.
I usually go in about once a week now, but yeah. We're literally right on Sycamore Place, like right off of Commerce,
Okay.
right behind the Fellini's Pizza. Right?
Oh, yeah. I used to work over there at our house. It's a child care center that's a shelter for homeless families. I used to be the director there.
Okay.
That's in the church, the Columbia Presbyterian.
Yeah, that's just right around the corner.
Hey, what's our password? I forgot.
It's, you mean to get in here?
To get into the thing.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, 5, 6. There you go, there it is. And then it's your capital first letter of your last name, and then, so it's last name.
Last name, first initial?
Correct.
Okay.
But the very first letter is capital, everything else is not. It's like it's locked down or something. It's gonna be that way, that's what I had to do. It's kind of red.
Yeah, I don't know why it's red.
Is it because, are you on Wi-Fi? Did you get to the Wi-Fi? Oh, wait, you get it.
Yeah, now it is. And then my first initial, capital?
Not capital. And then it's capital P. So it's plain 1, 2, 3, but capital P. I only have to do it 6 times. I grabbed it. You get it?
Yeah.
Just hit that little thing in the bottom corner. There you go. Nope. This should be it. And then is your planning 1, 2, 3 with a capital P?
Yeah. Shoot, and the keyboard's not working. What is our what's our username?
It should be your last name, your first initial.
Okay, the first initial's lowercase? Okay.
Yeah.
Your last name, it might be capitalized. It
Yeah,
might-
it
Yeah.
should be.
I got
And then
that.
Planning, 123 with a capital P.
Mhm.
If I had to change yours, it might be different. We're having trouble logging on right now, so if I need to reset your password, I can't do it. Just give me a minute.
Okay, get hit that whole thing. There you go, now you can sign it. No, she must have reset you. Because you did it right.
1, 2, 3 with an exclamation point at the end. No,
I think yours is going to have the exclamation point. I'm not sure about theirs. I know yours does, Joy.
oh,
I don't know what it's
Mine doesn't.
Yeah, it's still not letting me sign in.
Okay, I will reset your password.
Do we have enough votes to start?
I think so. I think we just have to have 4. We had 5, so.
We're just having some trouble logging on, so as soon as we log on, since Francisco and Keith are not here, any one of you can call the meeting to order, and then you all have to vote on a chairman pro tem to run the meeting. And whoever receives that vote will go through the script. So as soon as we get logged on, we'll be able to get you guys started.
Don't make it me. I can't.
Just do it.
I can't read that much. I would if I didn't go to the dentist today.
You got it.
I'm not. Ralph, you need to handle it, man. You're the boss, man. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. I'm coming off a bad cell tower. It's right there.
In the folder.
Yeah, it's in the folder.
Okay, so what do you want to call the meeting to order, and then, just go for chairman pro tem.
Do we need to do it now?
Yeah, anybody can do it.
Oh,
I don't want to do it.
the meeting's been called to order. Is that
And
it?
I'm going to vote for a chairman, so if somebody wants to nominate themselves or nominate another,
I nominate Ralph.
and then, if somebody will make a motion,
I second, a motion to Ralph.
second.
I second.
And then call for the vote.
I have a call for the vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 I can go ahead. Welcome to the City of Douglasville Planning Commission meeting. I am Ralph Benton, the chairman for the Planning Commission. The other members of the Planning Commission are Natalie Fagan, Keith Burnett, Nathan Zachary, Joy Bates, and Mark Van. The staff members are Lynn Woodward, Staff Attorney Ryan Anderson, Lynn Woodward, Staff Attorney, Ryan Anderson, Zoning Administrator, and Maya Jackson, Planner 1. There are a few protocol items I need to make you aware of before we start the meeting. Please listen closely on how tonight's meeting will be conducted. Number 1, keep your comments and presentation on a professional level, dealing with the facts that are important for this commission to make its decision. We will not accept comments that are considered by the chair to be a personal attack on any individual or group of individuals. You will receive warning from the chair if you deviate from this requirement. A second deviation will result in a request for you to leave the meeting and the premises for the evening. 2, refrain from any applause or comments from the audience. Only one person will be talking at a time, and all comments will be made at the podium after the speaker has recognized by the chair. Please direct all comments to the chair and the commission, not to the audience or the staff. 3, please do not applaud or react to speakers. Speak from the audience, cheer, carry on a conversation with others in the audience, or disrupt the order of this meeting in any way. Be aware that these hearings are not a debate or an opportunity to ask questions which must be answered by an individual tonight, but merely an opportunity to present information to the commission. Other than the applicant, no person may speak more than once. The applicant may reserve part of his speaking time as rebuttal and may speak next and last and may use the entire 20 minutes allotted for the pro side of the application. Other than the applicant, no person may speak no longer than 5 minutes. If you have a pager, cell phone, or other electronic device, I ask that you either power them off or put them into silent mode. If anyone wishes to speak tonight, please fill out a form available on the table up front and hand the staff prior to approaching the podium. After each case is called, we will hear next from the Community Development Director, and then we will hear from the applicant or their representative about what their plans are for the property, along with any other relevant information they may wish to present. The commission members will be free to ask questions at any time before the vote on a project. Following the applicant, anyone who wishes to speak for or against the project or just ask questions will have an opportunity to do so. The city ordinance restricts each side to a maximum of 20 minutes. Our time may be waived at the discretion of the presiding official. If questions are raised, we may ask the applicant to speak again. Afterward, we will call for a motion and second, have any necessary discussion, and if the matter is not tabled, we will vote to recommend approval or denial of the application. This commission is only a recommending body. The item will be heard by mayor and council whether we recommend approval or recommend denial. Unless tabled, these items will be heard by the city's mayor and council at their legislative meeting on, Thursday, what is that, August 3rd? Let me check the calendar. August 12th, and then voted upon by them at their meeting on Monday, August 16th. Right, the first case in this is item 21403. Hold a public hearing and consider a request for a proposed ordinance to amend Article 2 of the Unified Development Ordinance to add a subsection 2.0. Thank you. Before we get to that, we need to approve the minutes for our July's meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
The meeting minutes the motion has been made. Those who are in favor of approving the minutes say so. Saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The July meeting minutes have been adopted. We good? The first case is item 21-403. Hold a public hearing and consider a request for a proposed ordinance to amend Article 2 of the Unified Development Ordinance to add a subsection 2.05.cc to regulate new and expanding small box discount stores. Staff will now present the item. Will the applicant come forward? No, we don't need that.
Thank you, Chairman. Lynn Woodward, Staff Attorney for the City of Douglasville, 6695 Church Street. Item 21-403 has been referred from Mayor and Council to the Planning Commission for consideration. The proposed ordinance would, number one, define what a small box discount store is for the purposes of this regulation, and impose additional facade guidelines on what has been identified as small box discount stores. And we have also to encourage the use of repurposed buildings that are currently vacant. We do carve out those buildings from the additional facade. A little history about how this particular proposed ordinance came about was that during a few rounds of meetings ago, Mayor and Council had to consider dollar store applications back to back, and there was a concern that they seem to be overpopulating the city, thereby might impact the property value of properties in the city, and also there's a concern for welfare of the community, namely that these small box discount stores, by selling food that are mostly frozen food, would crowd out grocery stores. However, staff has investigated and done some research. That does not really seem to be the case in the city of Douglasville, and as Councilman Adams had pointed out during council meeting, is that small box discount stores actually fills a need for certain communities in the city where they don't have a convenient place to purchase food items and convenience goods. So they do serve a purpose for the city. However, we do want to make sure that the city's development gets quality proposals. So that's why we are imposing additional facade requirements rather than banning small box discount stores from coming into the city, as some other cities like Stonecrest has done, and to also not put a cap on the number of small box discount stores. Staff would be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
So the proposal is just to change the facade and not cap the amount?
That is correct.
I think if I read correctly, that there are some stipulation to the distance that
There
they can
is,
be. Okay.
that is correct. There is a 2-mile distance restriction that no two small box discount stores may be within 2 miles of each other.
Is that stipulation specific to, it can't be two of the same, or it doesn't matter which company it is, that 2 miles still remains?
That is correct. It does not matter what company it is.
Do you have any further questions? No. Do I have a motion regarding this application?
Make a motion, we approve the application.
Is there a second?
I second.
Is there any further discussion? No. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion passes and the application is approved. Everybody say. The next case is item 21-365. Hold a public hearing and consider a request for a proposed ordinance to amend Section 7.09, Table 2 of the Unified Development Ordinance to allow additional canopy signs or projecting signs in a historic district. Application by the City of Douglasville. Staff will now present the item.
This item was referred to the Historical District Committee on July the 13th of this year. A perpendicular sign, this type of sign is a sign mounted perpendicular to a commercial building's facade, typically in the area above the storefront. These signs contribute to the streetscape by providing pedestrian scale advertising and wayfinding for commercial activities along the street. Projecting signs should be designed to be proportional to the scale and mass of the building, to be compatible to the character and material of the buildings, and to be easily read from both sides. The location, size, and appearance of projecting signs should contribute to street activity and enhance the street level experience. Projecting signs should have display surfaces that are made of wood, metal, or composite materials. Letters, logos, symbols, or designs should be engraved, painted, or surface mounted. Because of their pedestrian scale, it is not recommended to have internally illuminated projecting signs, although they may be externally illuminated with a gooseneck or other suitable fixtures that are directed at the sign. Projecting signs should not obscure or destroy the architectural details of a historical building. So this proposed ordinance will just allow for perpendicular signs in the historic district, which are currently banned. But there are some, but they were grandfathered in before the last UDO update of 2019. So now we want to make them a conforming sign throughout the whole entire historical district.
Any questions?
I just have one question. Does a company that's in the historic district have to do this?
No, they do not, no. We're just giving them an option to have that type of sign. Because if you ride through the historical district now, you see a great, many of the businesses have these type of signs, and a few of them don't. So we're just making it so that all of them can have these type of signs. So we'll have some type of uniformity within the district.
Thank you.
All right.
I have one question for the multi-tenant buildings where they
Yes.
are. Each tenant will be allowed to have their own sign, or will they have to share a?
They will share the frame, and they'll be able to post more than one sign under each other, but they'll have to flow in a consistent manner. So, yeah.
So with that, I saw the requirement of the height. So when they're the multi-tenant, how is that going to
Well,
work?
the sign can, we haven't finalized the guidelines yet. These are just draft guidelines. But it would have to, the sign will be posted at a certain height, and then they'll just drop down. But the sign can only go up to half the height of the wall. That's high as it can go.
Any further question? Do I have a motion regarding this application?
I'll make a motion that we approve the application.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. So all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion passes and the application is approved.
Staff report.
You can just say.
Is there on that end?
Are there any staff reports?
Your next meeting will be the 8th, which is a Wednesday, and that's because of the Labor Day holiday. And I think we have a rezoning for single-family homes coming that day, and maybe a text event possibly. So that will be a Wednesday, and of course you guys will get the agenda a week before. And today will be my last day with you guys. Today is my last day at the city. So it will be my last time working with y'all. So all correspondence right now will just go to Mr. Anderson. And,
Do we have a motion regarding that statement?
Miss Williams again as well. Her last day will also be before your next meeting.
It's unacceptable.
Whose last day?
Miss Patrice.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's not here today, so I don't think y'all will see her before, her last day. So
Oh,
it's been a
wow.
pleasure working with you all, and on behalf of Patrice as well, I'm sure she would say the same. You all are excellent group to work with, Lauren. Had a pleasure.
Wish you the best.
With
Yeah.
Mr. Anderson.
Yep, good luck.
Yes, we wish you the best.
That's it, Ralph. You want to adjourn?
Adjourn.
Is there no further business? This meeting is adjourned.
They don't have to vote for that?